What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Tastemaker's Palette here to bring you another review. Hope that you are all well, doing wonderful on your end. I'm here to bring you another review. Again, I've recently done, maybe 3 throwback sneakers from Nike, and I was thinking to myself, it's kind of one-sided. I do love Nike, so there was kind of a bias in me choosing the shoes that I chose to review. And then I thought about it. I was like, man, I got so many other cool throwback sneakers by different brands. Let me do maybe a couple more that represent other brands. So here is a throwback review for Puma. And Puma, as of late, the last maybe 10 years or so, has resurfaced and reemerged in popularity, and they're on the forefront. And they, to be honest, they never really were off, but there seems to be this rally of Puma rappers marketing the brand and partnering with the brands. You had Jay-Z, Nipsey Hussle, I think Meek Mill at one point, if I'm not mistaken. You have, what's the Ball brother's name right now, who has that dope basketball shoe, LaMelo Ball. J. Cole with his, I forgot the Dream whatever, not Dream Chaser, Dream something, Puma. So, a big push to, get Puma back in that position, and to get it up there with, with your Nike and your Adidas and such. And the one thing that I'll say is that, a lot of times you'll see, these shoes partnering and being sponsored by athletes and stuff, or sponsoring athletes and rappers and stuff like that. And sometimes the shoes are trash. But Puma, there's quite a few Pumas that I have seen and been like, yo, those are fire. Like, I actually like LaMelo's shoes. I haven't brought myself around to buying them, but it's definitely a possibility. When the J. Cole endorsed ones came out, I was like, oh, these are fire. I wanted to get a pair and just never got around to getting a pair. But Puma's really doing their thing in between their old school styles, the Clydes and the Ralphs and Ralph Sampsons and all those types of things. And the new innovations, to me, from a style standpoint, they're up there with the best of them, with Nike and everything. The one qualm that I have is the performance and the quality of the shoe. Sometimes I question whether there's going to be the same degree of quality and performance in the shoe. But this particular review that I'm going to do today, it takes the guessing out of that. It takes the guesswork out of that, because this is one of the most, highly functioning shoes that I have. Very, very functional. So what I have here is I have the Puma RS-X softcase. And basically, this is the RS line of shoes, is a shoe that was developed in 1985 by Puma, and it was cutting edge technology involved in this shoe. And I don't want to, there's so much bio on this shoe and what was done to develop this shoe that it's just too much, and I just don't want to go into it. There was, I'll kind of give you a brief summary. Dr. Peter Cavanaugh invented a formula that would allow body-mounted sensors to track a runner's motion with precision that hadn't been achieved at the time. And basically, Puma developed a new cushioning system known as RS. So the combination of the two allowed for them to get a better feel of what track runners were able to do with different technologies of shoe. So I think it was called like the computer shoe, developed with the University of Erlangen and Professor Dr. Peter Cavanaugh. This was considered the computer shoe because of all of the different technological innovations and so on and so forth that were associated with it. So again, I'm not going to go too much into detail. I probably left a few things out, and hopefully I connected enough dots to give you an idea of how important this shoe was in the 80s. But this is a reimagination of that shoe and that technology. So The good thing about this review here is that this is not a brand new shoe. I didn't just buy this. I've had this shoe for about a year and wore it some. So it still looks new, so it's good enough to review and show you how fresh of a look there is to it. And it's also broken in enough to show you how durable and for me to actually give you a testimony of how comfortable it is and how the description of the technology actually translates over into something that's actually functional versus just some kind of some kind of like grandiose idea that seems fancy, but it really doesn't do much for the consumer. So let's take a look at the style of it first, man. This shoe is super dope, super dope. And we'll zoom in. Just look at the details, man. This is full of just design. I mean, it's just robust, man. Netted toe box with a small reflector there on both sides, all leather around the sides here. But then there's this, it's called softcase because there's this other material here that's very durable and comfortable. Very, very high tech. A little bit of branding on the side here, RS running system. Kind of a fleece kind of finish on the outer top part of the heel, and then this armored, very, very tough part on the heel cup here, serving for durability. So you have that softer piece there, but then you have a lot of these durable parts here that hold the shoe together in terms of durability. Leather on the bottom. Then the sole of the shoe is nice and thick here. Puma sign here, kind of hidden in the rest of the design of the sole. Chunky sole, and this is an 80s shoe, so they were ahead of the fray. Or it goes back to kind of like that thought process that you'll hear me kind of repeat through some of my videos, that there's nothing new under the sun. So chunkier soles were something that you saw at times in the past, and it's just kind of being brought back and exaggerated a bit. But again, nice chunky sole. The style and colorway of this particular shoe gives you a lot of contrast. Gray, thick sole with a few kind of flashes of different color here and there. And then going into the upper, which, just kind of gives you a bunch of different details. It's so much I can't even keep up with what's going on, man. There's a tongue tab with a loop that you can use to pull the shoe on with, RS-X with the Puma logo. That kind of fleece heel that you see at the top also, you'll see that repeated in the tongue for style. That kind of cloth material looks like terry-ish. It's just a nice finish and a nice look. And it goes well with this black netting here as well. So dope, look at the bottom here. Nice design on the sole. But yeah, man, just a really, really dope shoe. It's got the breathability, the functionality, the durability. Man, I can't stop just, gushing over this shoe. It's really a dope shoe. So, from a standpoint of performance and durability, this is your shoe. I'd say this is a good running shoe, a great walking shoe. When I wear it, it's very comfortable, super duper comfortable. Soft on the inside, but still firm. Not soft just for softness' sake, but, you can tell that there's a technology supporting your foot, so on and so forth, and, for shock absorption and those types of things. So I think that was enough to give you a testament in terms of how well the shoe performs. Let's take a look at how it looks, because if you just want to buy them to rock, they're definitely something that I would say should be something that you consider. So let me try them on here for you. Give me a sec. And so these are the soft case, and this particular colorway is a specific colorway. They're hard to come by now because they came out some time back, this particular colorway, but you wouldn't have a hard time just generally finding the Puma RS-X. But finding this colorway might be tough. And I say that because, I don't know, sometimes I have these epiphanies, like I'll be wearing a shoe and I'll be enjoying it so much, I'll be like, yo, when I get a chance, I'm gonna get another pair of these and throw them on ice, because I can, I'd love to have a fresh pair of these at some point in the future. And so I had that feeling and tried to find a pair and had a hard time. So I'm still on the hunt. And if any of you watch this video and you're big Puma folks and you know where I can get a pair, please let me know. Leave it in the comments. But I'm on the hunt for another pair. These retail at about 110 bucks. So even if you pay full retail price, the $110 is 100% worth it. I think I got these discounted. I paid about 80 bucks for them, so great deal. I actually got these on an international site. I got them from like, I don't know, like some place like Amsterdam or something like that. But let's take a look. Let's see what they look like on foot. And I got them tied up with a pair of joggers for you, so this gives you kind of that casual look. Let's see, can you see them? Yeah, I think you can see them. Cool. Yeah, I mean, these are, they're dope, man. And it's funny because it's like a reimagination of an 80s shoe, but it's giving you the current look of today, like that chunky bottom, track runner look. Just a dope shoe. And I actually, I don't know, I like to think that, when you watch TV, if you're watching a show that is a reflection of popular culture or current culture, you can look at some of the fashion trends and see what's going on. And I'll say that I've been watching some urban TV from like London and Europe, and I see them wearing a lot of Puma. And I actually have seen a couple of shows where they were wearing RS-X's, so definitely, seeing that they're a shoe that, is like top of mind and in rotation fashion-wise. So see a couple of people rocking them here in the States too, just like out and about. So, but yeah, this is a dope track shoe, a nice alternative to, a lot of the things that are more popular at the moment. Inexpensive. Let me know what you think. Drop something in the comments. Let me know if you like these. Let me know if they stink, if you don't like them. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe, comment, like. Let me know how you feel. And yeah, man, glad to bring you this review today. And yeah, again, let me know how you feel about these. You guys keep doing what you're doing in style. Tastemakers Palette out.